Did you see it? I saw it. Oh, TJ's gonna love this. TJ's gonna love this. Teach. Here we go. Teach. Yep, TJ. I did it. I beat him. No, I'm not joking. It's sitting right here. I'm not even joking. TJ, I have it. Yeah. I'm not joking. Yeah. What? TJ, why aren't you here for 2 title defenses? Who? Okay, who is it? Habiko. I don't have very good luck against him. Yeah, I know. I'm the same size. I'm the same size as him. I get that, but like, okay, yeah. You better be here next time, okay? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
A veteran of the ring wars, Scott Steele has been around for nearly a decade.
Former Pure Violence champion, tag team champion in
Absolutely.
VIPW.
Very decorated wrestler.
And Nathan Legacy off to a great start his young career here.
Well, I will say right out of the gates, don't underestimate Legacy. He's proven even in 9 months that he's a heck of a card.
I, Nathan Legacy, take on Scott Steele. Now this won't be the first time we face one-on-one. We've had matches all over the island, from Port Hardy all the way down to Victoria. But this time it's for real. This time it's on TV, Scott, and I'm gonna bring everything I have. This one's for all the marbles. You better watch yourself, because I'm coming.
Ocho, you're not gonna see just technical chain wrestling, but both of these guys definitely have a solid ground game as well. They're starting it off here with a bit of a technical show of expertise for us. Scott Steele once again getting the better of that there into a wrist lock.
I gotta think that this match is gonna come down to the first guy who makes a mistake. And I think Scott Steele's got the killer instinct to pull the trigger. I don't know if Nathan Legacy's got it in him though.
Wow, well, that's quite a thing to say right now when we don't really know a lot about Legacy anyways with only 9 months experience. He's just proven to be almost too much for a lot of the guys that have kind of quite the career under the belt like Scott Steele.
I think you're definitely possibly underestimating Nathan Legacy there as well, for sure. But I mean, you're absolutely right. Scott Steele's shown us that killer instinct in the past. I'm sure he's going to bring it to this contest as he does every contest.
Well, Zach, do you
there.
really like anybody though?
Absolutely not. But the fact of the matter is I see a lot of potential in a guy like Nathan Legacy. I think with the right manager, maybe somebody like myself, he could get really far in this business.
I see. So you're only out here just because of business. Okay.
Yeah, it's not just business. I'm a multifaceted kind of guy. I got things going on, some irons in the fire, and I'm keeping an eye on the action in the ring here tonight.
Well, enough about you. There's a headlock takeover.
We're not all just here to promote ourselves, Merrick. I mean, there's a great match going on in the ring right now. It brings him over into that head scissors, maintaining the control there. You can see the pressure on the hips. Absolutely test book by Legacy.
Well, the crowd seems to be siding with both guys.
Definitely a divided audience here in Campbell River this evening. Couple of fan favorites. And Nathan Legacy inviting the test of strength here.
Well, we've been seeing a lot from Legacy in recent weeks here on PWA Wrestling. Legacy had a barn burner of a showdown with EO Mike Becherer, where although he didn't win the match, he sure won the hearts of these fans.
Well, Nathan Legacy's been winning over the hearts of fans up and down the island. That's absolutely true. And I think right now, though, he's a little more concerned with winning this opening contest here.
Yeah, well, he's taken a bit of a conservative approach playing Steele's game early on, but
a lot of respect being shown between both guys here. Neither guy's going for anything big yet. They're still playing it safe.
One risk could change the entire dynamic of the match, right?
And as we both know, these guys love to take risks. There's a couple of high flyers in there. I think you're absolutely right. It could be the first man that chooses to go to that aerial game, take it to the top, could get caught slipping. Off the ropes, big shoulder block. Legacy taking him down. Scott Steele leapfrogs over and catches him there.
Oh.
Legacy landing on his feet. Big spinning heel kick. Atomic drop.
Inverted atomic drop.
Absolutely correct. And then the regular atomic drop to follow it up.
Here's a guy that likes to high fly, and all of a sudden he's doing some old school wrestling.
I didn't expect to see this many power moves.
I gotta wonder if Scott Steele is underestimating Nathan Legacy here.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you know, for once, Merrick, I'm going to agree with you. He might have underestimated him. Close 2 count there for Legacy.
He never ceases to amaze me. Legacy's always bringing it, and always bringing something new to the table. And you know what? It's a table I want to eat at.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people would love to be at that banquet. It's a banquet of all sorts of offense from Nathan Legacy in the ring right now.
A proverbial smorgasbord, eh?
Got caught there, though, with a big drop kick. Forearm right to the face by Steele. He's got to shake that one out.
That's the kind of offense I like to see. Nice and effective. No risk involved there.
Look at that Northern Lights suplex. Absolutely beautiful by Scott Steele. Senton in a cover. Only 2 once again for Scott Steele there. Couple of close falls for both competitors in the match. Back and forth action here.
You know, Legacy's got a ton of heart, though. I'll give that kid credit.
Scott Steele flies with a suicide dive.
You can see where the ramp there is lifted, and it seems like he got the small of his back. That could cost him.
Absolutely. The situation Legacy was in there, not one that I envy, and definitely adding extra damage to the impact.
This is the killer instinct I brought up earlier. Scott Steele's got it. He's a veteran. He knows when to pull the trigger when the time is right.
Oh, and just spiking the head of Legacy into the mat with that modified leg scissors there.
Oh.
Great awareness by Legacy there, though, getting the boot up in the corner. Oh. And a big springboard forearm from Legacy.
Boom.
Scott Steele, veteran of the ring wars, the awareness there to grab the ropes. That's what years and years in the ring is going to do for a competitor.
Yeah, well, he had the wherewithal. He knew where he was, so why waste the energy kicking out when he can grab the rope? Absolutely smart on his part.
Very true, Ocho. Brilliant strategy by Scott Steele there. Big backbreaker by Legacy, and another kick out by Steele just before the 3 there.
I like this. I'm seeing Legacy focus in on a body part and really try to take advantage of it here. I'm liking that.
You guys are sitting here talking about how Steele's got the the advantage as far as longevity in the business, but he's hooking both legs when he's going for pinfalls.
You know, you're right. Legacy for a competitor who's had a very young career so far. You know, he shows a lot of great awareness in that ring. At times, it's enough to make you think maybe he's had more experience than he does. I still definitely wouldn't cut out that experience edge, though, for Scott Steele. I think that's still going to be a factor, no matter how quickly Legacy's progressed here.
No doubt about it.
Oh, and a big shoulder breaker.
Textbook shoulder breaker.
Absolutely right. Once again, short on the count there. Just about had him. What does Legacy have to do to keep Scott Steele down for a total 3 count here?
Well, you know what? What Legacy shows me is he just shows me that he's willing to dig deeper. And when he doesn't necessarily get the pinfall, he still finds a way to keep going and not let it get him kind of down in the dumps, if you will.
Yeah, no longer are we seeing the wide-eyed Nathan Legacy walking into the ring for the very first time. We're seeing a much more mature athlete.
Absolutely.
You're absolutely right. He gets right back into the contest, but that may have taken him out of the contest. Huge enziguri out of nowhere by Scott Steele.
Well, you know what? With all these things with concussions out there these days, some of these moves, you almost think they should be outlawed.
You know, I absolutely agree. I mean, we want to see the best contests we can possibly see here in PWA, but sometimes you got to be scared for the well-being of the competitors in the ring.
No doubt about it. Look at Steele setting him up here in the corner.
I'm not going to lie, there's been a couple times already this match I've been pretty happy that I'm here safe behind the booth with you two.
You know what, guys? I think he's headed upstairs for a Super Rana.
You want to talk about outlawed moves here, boys? This is getting into the high rent district.
I think you're absolutely right. Scott Steele could be thinking a Hurricane Rana from that top rope.
Oh, Super Rana. Oh, not quite.
Could it be? 450 splash by Legacy, beautifully executed. and still
I thought
not
that was
enough
3.
to put Steele away. I thought it was going to be 3
I
for
can't
sure.
believe that.
That was textbook. Did you see the rotation? Got right over, and all of his momentum came down on Big Splash. Testament, though, to Scott Steele and his
Ribcage
durability.
shattering 450.
What's going on? Uh-oh. You
Now
know what? I'm
Legacy's
thinking
thinking of
Legacy's
taking a risk himself.
Legacy's probably going to go.
I
Well,
like this. He's staying all over him. He's
I-
going in for the kill. He's going for the jugular.
I'm suspecting a Spanish fly, if I'm not mistaken. He's hooking him.
He's known to hit it before.
One of the most beautiful and dangerous moves in professional wrestling we could see right here. Scott Steele, though, once again, fighting out of the predicament, digging down deep.
Steele at the top rope right now.
And Scott Steele with a 450 splash of his own.
No,
Oh!
Who did it better,
I
Scott
give-
Steele or Nathan Legacy? I'm seeing double.
I give both of them all the credit in the world.
I think even
I
our
gotta
PW
say-
audience would have a hard time deciding which one of those was a more perfect 450 splash,
I
Merrick.
gotta say, this is a dumb strategy by Scott Steele, trying to fight fire with fire. Why is he trying to match pace for pace with Nathan Legacy?
You know
He
what,
should be poking
Zach?
the guy in the eye and going for the cover.
Zach, anything that's not your way is the wrong way. So
Yeah, exactly correct. I'm glad you finally understand what I'm talking about.
it's not that I understand it. These both are showing a lot of heart in this match. Going move for move, reversing
Yeah.
each other's attempts.
Heart's great, but it doesn't pay the bills.
Well, you know, I think for somebody who's criticizing the strategy of Scott Steele over there, Scott Steele's had a lot of success with that strategy.
Big Samoan drop, nip up.
Nathan Legacy looks like he's having a lot of success right now, though, himself, and he's headed up top again. We could see that shooting star press he's known for. Oh, and there it is. Beautiful shooting star press. And a 3 count. Nathan Legacy with a huge win over Scott Steele here to kick us off.
No doubt, that was an incredible victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first in the corner to my right, at a combined weight of 600 pounds, the Monsters of Mayhem, Cremator, and
There are few men that strike fear in Zach Merrick's heart, but I don't feel bad telling you. Both of these two men, the Monsters of Mayhem, I don't want to be standing across the ring from them. If I'm Crofton and Nolan James, I'm looking for a way to get out of this match. Bottom line.
You know, I don't blame you, Eric, but I don't think that Nolan and Crofton are going to be looking for anywhere to hide. The Monsters, though, typical behavior on their part here. The bell hasn't even
Bell
rung.
hasn't even run.
Match isn't even officially underway.
Senior referee Tim Chasen just trying to get control of things here. Can't even get the match started until we get one competitor from each team in the ring.
Well, this is what everybody should be
This is how the
expecting from the
Monsters
two of them.
establish their dominance. They don't play by the rules. They go up and they just hurt people. They're serious. There is nothing that we can do to stop these monsters.
Well, I think they do most of their speaking before the bell or after the bell.
Are you gonna stop them?
They want to leave. Of course not.
I'm going to sit right here and call the action, Merrick. That's what I'm going to do.
That's a stupid question, Merrick. I'm an announcer. I do commentary. Why would I step in the ring with these two behemoths?
Why don't you
Just
do
sit
it,
in
Merrick?
between the two of us and act all. And
Look at this.
you're criticizing them for the before and after the bell.
Oh, Crofton just tossed unceremoniously out onto the entrance ramp there. Nolan left alone in the ring.
Face first into the canvas.
Absolutely.
And now the bell rings. Like,
Well, now that there is a complete advantage for the Monsters
One
of
guy-
Mayhem in this match, Crofton's not even in his corner yet.
one guy's on the outside of the ring, the other guy's laying on the mat, and that's when they ring the bell. Sure.
Advantage monsters.
I'm not sure what scares me more, the Monsters or that one kid in the front row who's cheering for them.
Well, Nolan James has a victory over Carlito, but you wouldn't know it the way he's taking a shellacking right now.
And you just look at the face of Siddartha as he comes in with those shoulder blocks in the corner, and you can see just the maniacal glint in his eyes, the enjoyment that he gets out of inflicting pain.
Well, look at this. Crofton almost stole a victory there.
High cross body off the top rope, and a quick tag to his partner here. May not have as much tag team experience as the Monsters, but now that they're both in the match, Nolan and Crofton definitely showing some fluidity here as a team.
Great tag team work there.
Absolutely.
Hey, come on, Ocho. Like, be fair. That was some double team action there. We had both men from Crofton and Nolan's team in the ring at the same time. At least show that you're an unbiased announcer.
They have 5 seconds, Merrick.
You know
Come
what?
on, like, that was not 5 seconds.
Well, I trust Tim Chase on there in the ring to call the match. You know, he's the senior official.
Look at this, though. The Island Crusaders going to work now.
Double teaming. This is what I'm talking about.
You know what? Earlier you had no problem with Cremator and Lack laying the beat down, but now all
I'm
of a
not
sudden,
gonna have any problem
they're
with
not
those two because they could kill me.
Oh,
Lack showing that he can dish it out just as much as he can take it.
bringing that knee up, driving the air out of Crofton. And once again, you see that? His knees to the stomach. He's concentrating on an area, maintaining neck control there, and it looks like he's going to go for a vertical suplex, or it could be that Falcon Arrow. Just look at the strength from the big man, Siddartha.
That guy has way too much strength. Look
Terrifying
at
strength.
Cremator over there just relishing, taking it all in as he tags in.
Cremator just stalking his way into this matchup. Big boot from the 7-foot-tall monster there. And Crofton desperately starting to reach towards that corner there. Starting to think about trying to tag Nolan James, but he is in no position to do it right now. The Monsters are in complete control of this matchup.
No doubt about it. Look at that.
Oh, and just slingshotting him right by the throat.
Cremator's meticulous in this torture. He absolutely relishes it.
Oh, you know, a headbutt is dangerous enough without that metal mask. And I'm not sure why the official allows Cremator to wear a metal mask, but the damage that could be done with that to a cranium.
Look at the fans rallying behind Crofton right now, though.
Oh, and the big boot up again.
Size 20 boot right to the face.
We've heard of
Absolutely.
poetry in motion
Directly
before.
in
I
the
think
mush
that's an
of Crofton.
obituary in motion.
You know, for once, Merritt, I agree with you. I'm worried
Stick
about
with me, kid. You'll go far.
worried about the well-being of Crofton here in this matchup. Totally cut off from his partner now on the other side of the ring, and you can see the desperation on Nolan James's face. He wants in this match, and he wants in this match badly.
Oh, you know what? He's not just a tag partner. He's a friend. It's tough to watch that.
Oh, it's tough for me to watch. I can't even imagine if that was my best friend in there taking this beating right now. And a black hole slam
I know what I'd be
by
saying.
the
I'd be
Cremator.
saying, Crofton, you're staying in.
Yeah, well, you would take the low road.
Yeah, the coward's road, Merrick.
Crofton kicks out. Cremator almost seems like he doesn't even mind that he did.
You know, I think he's just happy about the opportunity to inflict some more damage here.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Jim.
The man behind that mask has no compassion.
And
no
up
soul.
was clearly going for that
Crofton
choke slam there. Cutter by Crofton out of nowhere.
Cremator's stunned.
Well, Crofton's been taking a lot of punishment, didn't quite get everything on it. And I mean, let's face it, Cremator's 7 feet tall. It's not going to be the easiest thing to do.
Nolan James, he's rested, he's ready, he's hot, he's into the matchup. Taking Siddartha here. Oh!
Plants him into the canvas. James is a house of fire right now.
I don't know where he's going.
That big step-up leg drop that he loves to utilize. This could be it right here. Just two.
Look at that, Cremator over on his side of the ring, a little worse for the wear right now. And the Island Crusaders are getting together.
Nolan James has turned this matchup around with that offense, but that right there by Siddartha taking advantage, knocking Crofton off the top rope, could turn things back around again here. Oh, and the double choke slam.
Mercifully, this is over.
You know what? These two, Lack and Cremator, I'll tell you right now, they're going to be a tough team to beat.
Well, I think that's an understatement, Ocho. You know, as much as I respect your opinion, I think they're going to be a little more than tough to beat. It might be impossible. I'm not sure what team here in PWA is going to be able to stand up to these two towers of destruction. Another double choke slam. This time, Crofton goes for the ride.
Unbelievable.
Well, the two of them together is just it's gonna be nothing but chaos.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the PWA Championship.
There it is, the highest prize in PWA wrestling.
Weighing in at 213 pounds, from Surrey, British Columbia, Tony Baroni!
The self-professed great Bambino there, Tony Baroni.
In the corner to my left, he is the reigning and defending PWA champion, weighing in at 303 pounds, from Campbell River, British Columbia, Mike
I think Mike Becherer fans are going to be a little bit disappointed tonight. I got a feeling Tony Baroni is going to wrest that belt away from the current champ.
Well, if he wants to do that, he's definitely going to need to bring his A game, and he's going to need to lay it all on the line, because we all know that Mike Becherer is not going to let that championship be pried from his hands easily.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that Tony Baroni only has an A game, so that works out great. That's the difference when you're a professional, Summers. You only bring your A game.
Well, you can see how the fans are feeling about Baroni as they chant that he sucks. But of course, they're going to be behind the hometown hero, EO Mike Becherer, wrestling personified.
Very true, Ocho. No surprise that the crowd here in Campbell River firmly behind their hometown hero, Mike Becherer here.
Well, it seems to me like Baroni doesn't want anything to do with EO. Oh.
Could have just been strategy on Baroni's part, but Mike catching him there with a huge arm drag. And again, up and over. Already might be just ripping that arm of Baroni's right out of the socket with that one.
Yeah.
Got caught there, though, going into the corner.
Yeah, Becherer getting cocky there, and he
Oh.
hit that post.
The shoulder just driven right into that steel post. And Baroni, of course, the veteran, taking the advantage here.
Stomping with malicious intent there on the champion.
You're absolutely right. And just using that rope for leverage there, dipping down onto that shoulder again. And I definitely don't think that the jeers of the crowd here are bothering Tony Baroni whatsoever.
Well, you know what? Tony Baroni's a three-time NWA Canadian champion.
Well-decorated wrestler, world-traveled.
Definitely no stranger to having gold around his waist is Tony Baroni.
Well, his credentials seemingly speak for themselves. He's done it all in the lower mainland, been a champion a few times, and you know what? It shows. He's in there, and he's not necessarily out of his league up against the 15-year veteran, EO Mike Becherer.
He's got the champ reeling right now, and he's working over that elbow and upper arm of his left side.
Well, EO's been
Baroni has a game plan.
EO's been PWA champion on 5 separate occasions and has proven his worth, his merit
Both
in this
of these
industry.
men, two of the greatest competitors that we've seen on the island in the ring right now in this championship match. Huge treat for all of our fans on Shaw TV and the fans right here in Campbell River, just soaking this one up. It's going to be a true Mac classic.
And Baroni looks like Baroni looked like he had the upper hand for a minute there, but
Look at that, he can't follow up. That arm's hurt.
Caught with a lariat coming out of the corner there by Becherer. Can Becherer take advantage?
Insult to injury there.
And now just going for that armbar.
the ref's not even seen his foot's on the rope.
He's taking his time making that break, too. He's making Becherer suffer for as many seconds as he can.
Referee can't even afford to pay attention. Needs to keep his eyes on the action. Baroni's just working EO over right now.
Mike Becherer in desperate straits here early on in the matchup. Tony Baroni has firm control.
I don't even think EO himself was expecting quite this from Baroni.
I mean, I expected these two to have a very even match, but for Baroni to have this sort of advantage early on in the contest, I agree. I don't think anybody was expecting that, Ocho.
Look at how vicious he's being.
Oh, big slam there, though, by Becherer.
Well, there were rumors afloat that EO had suffered a small shoulder injury a few weeks ago in his match against Nathan Legacy. Perhaps that's exactly what we're seeing Baroni as he takes advantage of the arm.
And that's Becherer. That's Becherer for you. He's got more guts than brains, that's for sure. He's been defending that title up and down this island.
I bet you wouldn't say he's got more guts than brains to his face, Merrick.
I'd love to see you try.
Not even for all the tea in China.
You might get caught with a stiff back elbow, just like Tony Baroni just did, and now drop with a lariat.
EO only having to use his right arm here. Up he
Lifting
goes.
up. Huge side slam, going for the cover.
Arm still giving him a lot of trouble.
You're right, it may have been that arm there not allowing him to get the usual amount of elevation on the side slam or giving him difficulties with the cover, but either way, he's definitely favoring that arm right now. It's got to be a factor.
Baroni knows it too.
Oh, super kick right to the face.
Back press.
Bit of a lackadaisical cover there by Baroni on that one.
I was surprised that he didn't hook the leg.
He might have had the championship in his grasp right there. And now, electing to go up top. You know, we don't see this from Baroni all the time, but I've definitely seen him fly in the past.
Tony Baroni going to the top rope, a little uncharacteristic here.
EO catches him though.
Shot to the mouth and a backhand chop there, and now Becherer following him up. Baroni, though, fighting it off with a series of punches.
Down he goes like a ton of bricks.
And is Baroni going to come off the top? And big drop kick, missile drop kick to the chest of Becherer, taking him down.
That's got to be it.
So close, Ocho, so close. I thought that could be it right there, too.
No doubt about it. Baroni is bringing hot fire right now against PWA champion EO Mike Becherer.
It's what you got to do when you're in a championship contest.
EO's suffering. That left arm is definitely hurting. Oh, that's a big boy to be picking up right now.
Baroni may have overestimated his strength on that one.
Over
I gotta
3
say,
bills.
I can't agree with the strategy of Tony Baroni on that one.
Oh!
Just spiked with that river city driver.
Shakala boom! And he gets
that
the
is
victory. Oh, Mike Becherer drops a world of hurt with the River City driver, Campbell River's own.
And there he is, still the gold in his grasp. The champion gave it everything he had, and that is the danger when you're in the ring with EO Mike Becherer. You know, Baroni thought he had the advantage for about 90% of the match up there, and all it took was one River City driver to put
That's
him
the
away.
difference maker.
Campbell River wanna giver, City driver.